October 14, 2020. At 2:41 a.m., the announcement system inside Northgate subway station activated. The speakers mounted along the empty platform came to life. A calm automated voice echoed through the underground tunnels. "Attention passengers. The next train will arrive on platform 2. The message repeated twice. Then the station returned to silence. But there was a problem. According to the city transit schedule, no trains were supposed to run at that hour. The last train had left the station nearly 40 minutes earlier. And the next scheduled train would not arrive until 5:15 a.m. At the time of the announcement, the entire station was supposed to be empty. Northgate Station sat on the northern edge of the city subway network. 2 underground platforms, 4 tunnel entrances, and a small control office located near the entrance gates. During normal daytime hours, thousands of commuters passed through the station. But overnight, the environment changed completely. The station closed at 1:45 a.m. After closing, the lights remained on for safety. But passengers were not allowed inside the platform area. The only staff present overnight were maintenance workers and a single station security officer. On October 14, the overnight security officer on duty was Daniel Carter. 39 years old. 7 years working transit security. His responsibilities were simple. Monitor the cameras. Ensure the station remained secure. And report any unusual activity. At 2:41 a.m., Daniel was seated inside the station control office reviewing the camera feeds. The control room contained 6 surveillance monitors connected to cameras across the station. Entry gates, hallways, ticket machines, and the 2 underground platforms. The station had been quiet all night. No movement. No maintenance crew scheduled. No trains passing through the tunnels. Then suddenly, the announcement system activated. Daniel heard the message echo faintly through the hallway outside the control office. "Attention passengers. The next train will arrive on platform 2. At first he assumed the system had triggered automatically. The subway announcement system was connected to the central rail network. Sometimes test signals or system resets triggered short messages during overnight maintenance. But something about the announcement seemed unusual. Because the station monitoring panel showed no incoming train. Normally, when a train approached the station, the signal system displayed the arrival on the control board. But the board remained empty. No train signals. No incoming traffic. Daniel checked the surveillance camera covering platform 2. The platform was empty. Rows of metal benches lined the platform wall. Fluorescent lights reflected across the tiled floor. The tunnel entrance remained dark and still. No headlights. No movement. No train. Yet the announcement had clearly stated a train was about to arrive. Daniel waited. 30 seconds passed. 1 minute. 2 minutes. Nothing appeared inside the tunnel. No train. No sound of approaching wheels. Just the faint hum of ventilation fans moving air through the underground station. Daniel opened the transit control software on the office computer and reviewed the train schedule. The final train of the night had passed through the station at 2:01 a.m. After that, the subway network shut down until early morning. No trains were scheduled to pass through Northgate Station again for more than 3 hours. Daniel assumed the announcement had been a technical glitch. He logged the event into the overnight report. 2:41 a.m., platform announcement triggered without scheduled train. Then he continued watching the cameras. But the next night, at 2:41 a.m. again, the announcement returned. The same voice. The same message. "Attention passengers. The next train will arrive on platform 2. And once again, there was no train scheduled to arrive. October 15, 2020. After the second unexplained announcement, the incident at Northgate station was no longer treated as a simple system glitch. Security Officer Daniel Carter submitted a formal report to the Transit Control Department. Normally, automated announcements inside subway stations are triggered by signals coming from the rail network. When a train approaches the station, sensors in the tunnel send a signal to the station control system. That signal activates the platform announcement speakers. But when transit technicians reviewed the system logs, they found something strange. The announcement at 2:41 a.m. had not been triggered by the train detection sensors. Instead, it had been activated directly by the station announcement system itself. Which meant the command had originated inside the station. Transit technicians assumed someone might have accidentally triggered the system manually. The announcement controls could be accessed from two locations: the station control office and the maintenance terminal located near platform 2. Both were locked overnight. Still, technicians decided to check the station equipment the following day. Maintenance supervisor Angela Morris arrived at Northgate station that afternoon to inspect the announcement system. Angela had worked with the city's transit network for nearly 15 years. She knew the system well. Inside the control office, she accessed the announcement control terminal and reviewed the system logs. Every announcement played inside the station was automatically recorded. Date, time, trigger source. The log confirmed the two announcements. October 14th, 2:41 a.m. October 15th, 2:41 a.m. both triggered from the Platform 2 announcement controller. Angela frowned when she saw the location code. Because the controller responsible for that platform had been partially disconnected during maintenance months earlier. Only emergency announcements were supposed to function through that unit. Standard passenger announcements were disabled. Which meant the system should not have been capable of playing that message. Angela walked down to Platform 2 to inspect the hardware directly. The platform sat deep beneath the street level. Long rows of fluorescent lights stretched across the ceiling. Metal benches lined the tiled wall. And the dark tunnel entrance opened into the distance. During daytime hours the station was busy. But during inspection hours the platform felt eerily quiet. Angela opened the maintenance cabinet mounted along the platform wall. Inside were the audio controllers connected to the station speaker system. Everything appeared normal. No damage. No loose wiring. No active faults. Angela ran a system diagnostic. The announcement unit responded normally. She attempted to manually trigger the same message. But the system rejected the command. The passenger arrival announcement was disabled. Which made the earlier recordings even more confusing. If the message was disabled, how had it played automatically 2 nights in a row? That night, the transit department decided to monitor the station more closely. Daniel Carter remained assigned to the overnight shift. But additional logging software was installed to track any announcement activity. A recording program was also connected to the station audio feed. If the announcement played again, the entire audio signal would be captured. October 16th. The station closed at 1:45 a.m. Daniel began his usual overnight patrol. He walked through the station hallways, checked the ticket gates, and inspected both underground platforms. Everything was quiet. At 2:30 a.m., the station remained completely empty. No trains. No passengers. No maintenance crews. Daniel returned to the control office and watched the camera feeds. The recording software continued running in the background. At 2:40 a.m., the station was silent. Then the clock changed. 2:41 a.m. The speakers activated. The announcement echoed through the empty platform. Attention passengers. The next train will arrive on Platform 2. This time the recording software captured the entire message. Daniel immediately checked the platform cameras. Platform 1 remained empty. Platform 2 looked exactly the same as it had before. Empty benches. Empty floor. Dark tunnel. No train approaching. But the strange part was this. The tunnel camera showed something unusual. For a brief moment, the darkness inside the tunnel shifted slightly. As if something had moved deep inside the underground passage. Daniel zoomed in on the camera. The image was grainy. Low light made the details difficult to see. But the movement lasted only a second. Then the tunnel went still again. Daniel continued watching the tunnel. No train arrived. No headlights appeared. No sound echoed through the tracks. But when the recording software finished processing the audio capture, the transit technicians discovered something even stranger. Because the voice in the announcement recording did not match the normal station system. It sounded similar. But the audio waveform showed subtle differences. The voice was slightly lower. And the final sentence of the message was different. Instead of ending after the standard arrival announcement, the recording contained one extra sentence. A sentence that had never been programmed into the system. The voice said, "Please remain behind the platform line." October 18, 2020. After the third unexplained announcement, the transit authority decided to conduct a controlled overnight investigation inside Northgate station. The recordings from the previous nights had already raised serious questions. The announcement system had activated without a train signal. The message had originated from a controller that should have been disabled. And the voice recorded in the audio capture did not perfectly match the station's normal automated system. But the most disturbing detail was the final sentence. "Please remain behind the platform line." That line was never included in the station's automated arrival message. The transit authority wanted to determine exactly what was happening. On the night of October 18, the station remained closed after the final train departed at 2:01 a.m. Security Officer Daniel Carter remained inside the control office. But this time, additional monitoring equipment had been installed throughout the station. 3 audio recorders were placed along Platform 2. One near the benches. One beside the safety line painted along the edge of the platform. And one inside the tunnel entrance itself. 2 additional cameras were installed along the platform ceiling. These cameras were pointed directly toward the tunnel. Transit technician Angela Morris also remained in the control office with Daniel. Her job was to monitor the announcement control software while the station remained under observation. At 2:30 a.m., the station was completely silent. The cameras showed empty hallways. The ticket gates were locked. Platform 1 remained dark and unused. Platform 2 looked exactly the same as it had every night. Empty. Still. Quiet. The tunnel entrance was a solid wall of darkness. Angela watched the system logs on the computer screen. No system activity. No incoming train signals. At 2:39 a.m., nothing had changed. The ventilation fans hummed quietly through the underground tunnels. At 2:40 a.m., Angela checked the audio recorder feeds. Everything remained silent. Then the clock changed. 2:41 a.m. The speakers activated again. The announcement echoed across the empty station. "Attention passengers. The next train will arrive on Platform 2. The voice sounded identical to the previous recordings. Angela immediately checked the system logs. The announcement had been triggered from the Platform 2 controller again. But the controller remained disconnected from the network. Which meant something inside the station had activated it locally. Daniel stood up from his chair and walked toward the platform stairs. Angela remained watching the monitors. The audio recorders continued capturing sound from the platform. Daniel reached the bottom of the stairs and stepped onto Platform 2. The fluorescent lights buzzed softly overhead. The benches remained empty. The tiled floor reflected the station lights. The safety line along the edge of the platform glowed faintly under the lights. And the tunnel remained completely dark. But something was different this time. Daniel could hear something echoing faintly through the tunnel. At first he thought it might be the sound of ventilation. But then he realized the rhythm was different. It sounded like metal wheels moving slowly along the tracks. Far inside the tunnel. Too far away to see. Daniel turned on his flashlight and pointed it toward the darkness. The beam reached only a short distance down the tunnel. Beyond that, the passage disappeared into blackness. The sound stopped. The station fell silent again. Daniel stepped closer to the platform edge. Angela watched him through the camera feed in the control office. The audio recorder beside the platform edge continued recording. And then, the speakers activated again. But this time the announcement was different. The same voice echoed through the station. "Attention passengers." The pause that followed was longer than before. Then the voice continued. "The train is arriving." Angela checked the tunnel camera. Still nothing visible. No headlights. No train. Daniel continued staring into the tunnel. Then the audio recorder captured something unexpected. A low vibration. The sound of metal wheels turning. But when Angela checked the subway network control system, no train was anywhere near Northgate station. All trains had already returned to the rail yard. Daniel stepped back from the platform edge. The sound in the tunnel faded again. And the station returned to silence. After several seconds, the speakers activated one final time. The voice spoke again. But this time the message was much quieter. Almost distorted. "Stand clear." Then the system shut off. The station lights continued humming. But the announcement system went completely silent. The tunnel cameras never showed a train entering the station. The audio recorders captured the wheel sounds. But no train ever arrived. After that night, the Transit Authority disabled the Platform 2 announcement controller permanently. The station system was replaced with updated equipment several months later. The unexplained announcements never occurred again. But the recordings from October 2020 still exist inside the Transit Authority archives. And when the audio files are analyzed carefully, one strange detail still appears. At the very end of the final recording, after the announcement stops, a faint sound can be heard in the background. The sound of train doors opening. Inside a station where no train ever arrived.